Hey friends, Ash here. Welcome to Gents. Oh, oh my God. What's the purpose? I had a ladder down here. Felt like a good idea. I didn't land that. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm doing dandy, other than my tailbone just like shot up into the middle of my spinal cord. Today we're talking about compliment pulling fragrances that you can use all year long. Spring, summer, fall, winter, doesn't matter. These will work anytime. They'll make you speak like you're Italian. All the fragrances that I talked to you guys about are gonna be linked in the description. Feel free to check them out down there. Let's just jump straight into it with this one from Moncler, Sunrise pour Homme, because nothing screams sunrise like a dark steel gray bottle. This one has bergamot, pink pepper, suede, sage, and vetiver as some of the notes in the fragrance. And this is one that you guys are gonna need to keep your eyes open for, okay? Why is that? Well, because you can't really find this discounted yet. And when it pops up at discounters, I'm assuming it's probably not gonna be in a huge number in terms of stock. But if you ever see this fragrance starting to creep down in price at discounters, that's when you're gonna wanna pounce on this one, okay? Because the quality here is really good. It's extremely wearable, ultra versatile. You can wear this stuff anytime, anywhere. And it's the type of fragrance that when you smell it, you'll be like, oh, yeah, it smells like things I've smelled before, but at the same time, it's kind of doing its own thing. So a really fresh, lightly sweet leather. The leather is easygoing. Again, it's a suede leather, so we're not talking about like a dark, dank, animalic black leather or anything. There's like little faint wafts of Aventus. There's touches of Dior Sauvage, but again, it's kind of doing its own thing. So it's this great scent that's gonna fly under the radar. Not many people are gonna be buying it. Not many people are gonna be wearing it, at least in comparison to, the really big brands out there in the fragrance space. The performance is pretty good. Longevity is solid. Projection is a little bit above average as well. So there's a lot to love about this one. For a bunch of people out there, this could be like a slightly higher end Explorer. Not in that it smells like Explorer, but that it would take the same place in terms of when you would use it. Only far fewer people are gonna have that. So if it hits discounters and that price starts to creep down, you wanna have this one on your radar. I bought it at full retail, don't regret it a bit, but for a lot of people out there, this is gonna be one of those ones that I feel like if they can get it for a little bit off, it's gonna make the fragrance so much better for them. You know how it is, it's like a mental thing. Before we hop to the next fragrance, guys, if you are on TikTok, do me a favor and throw me a follow over there. Oh, please. It's just at Gents. I noticed there's like 5 other Gents that have the same logo, but mine is just the one that's Gents, the way that it's spelled on the channel. And before we hop to the next fragrance, guys, codes, here they are, you know the drill. If you wanna save a little money at any of those websites, of which there are many, use those codes. Save a little bit of money. We've got Fragflex, the Perfume Box, Max Aroma, JOMASHOP, Twisted Lily, just a lot of the big dogs. Next fragrance is Perseus from Parfums de Marly. This is their newest release as of this video. And this is one that's a little bit divisive, not because the fragrance itself is off-putting, but because some people were wanting a little more from the PDM. What do I mean by that? Well, Perseus, it smells a little similar to some other things out there. Terre d'Hermès, for example, Eau Givre. It's a little bit in that style, but I like that style. So for me, I like it a lot. Great citrusy opening, smells fantastic, very zingy, a little bit more natural smelling than some people like their citrus. By that, I mean it's got a little rindiness to it, like a bit of a sour tinge. But again, I think the stuff smells great, really nice, very well done. It's what you would expect from PDM, something that has designer sensibilities, but with a niche price tag and quality. Don't forget the quality. Nice woody dry down in that as well, and that's the type of scent you can wear whenever you want. Some of these fragrances are gonna be more on the fresh side. Don't shy away from wearing fresh fragrances when it's cold out. They could surprise you. They could smell absolutely amazing when it gets chilly. So keep that in mind. Sometimes bust out those freshies when it's cold. And when it's warm, sometimes bust out those warmer fragrances. Just make sure you don't go too heavy. Le Beau, Le Parfum, coming in hot after that one. And what can I say about Le Beau, Le Parfum? This was last year's most complimented fragrance for me. Just out of control. Like, people love this stuff. That coconut feel that it has, that tropical sweetness, really goes over well. If you were going just straight up spring, summer, maybe you want to go with the original Beau or Paradise Garden. Those are going to be a little bit fresher than this one, but in fall and winter time, this is going to be my choice. And you can pull this off during the summer. Like I said, maybe just don't go insanely heavy because it can get a little bit sticky sweet. But outside of that, man, Le Beau Le Parfum crushes. This is one of my best fragrances as far as just unsolicited compliments goes, and that counts for a lot. So Le Beau Le Parfum. Let's follow that up with Y Eau de Toilette. YEDT is a little bit funny, man, because it launched the Y line, so obviously massively successful, because look at how many different flankers there are, and constantly and consistently the Y line of fragrances at the very top, or toward the very top of best-selling men's fragrances on the entire planet. So that counts for a lot, right? This is the one that started it all. With Aqua de Jo, a lot of people throwing love to Aqua de Jo Eau de Toilette. Man, good job, look what you did. Sauvage Eau de Toilette, same thing. Hey man, you're kind of a metallic monster, but look dude, you did something. But with Y, people are like, pathetic. Y Eau de Toilette, disgusting. You're such a loser. Your brother, Y Eau de Parfum, ultra successful. One of the most prominent fragrances in the world. Y Le Parfum, look at what that one did. Look at it. So classy in its all blacked out bottle. Getting me so many compliments while I'm wearing my tuxedo. And you, Y Eau de Toilette, what good are you? Oh, I'm a little bit fresher. Good for you. That's how it feels. But YEDT is still putting in work, man. This stuff smells awesome. It gets hated on so much, but then it's really fresh and sweet. And look at myself. Myself is out here with that whole clean laundry kind of vibe with the white florals. Y Eau de Toilette kind of set everything into motion years ago. We just didn't know it, because this also has a bit of a clean laundry vibe to it, just with a little more sweetness than myself. YEDT absolutely gets overlooked. It gets dumped on, it gets put down, but at the end of the day, this is extremely versatile. If you're looking for a fragrance that can do it all, this is one of those. And it's also a big, big compliment puller too. And this is one of the few times where they did a reformulation and kept it kind of close to what the original was, and the reformulation was better. I think the new version of YEDT is the best version of YEDT. All right, hopping down off my soapbox. Let's go with a fragrance that's really simple. You can't forget the name, because the name is Cologne. That's it, just Cologne. Yeah. This is from Etat Libre, and it's a fragrance house that's known for their wacky donkey stonky fragrances, okay? It's known for their stupid stuff, frankly. Or excuse me, not stupid, high art fragrances. That's what we'll call it. Of course, the fragrance that most people are going to recognize that falls into that category is Secretions Magnifique. And if you don't know about that one, go ahead and Google that. It'll pull up a nice picture of one of the alternative labels for the front of the bottle, which is basically just a giant dong shooting goo into the sky. An oil rig in the shape of a Pinot that's blasting everyone around with its juice. High art. And they have a lot of other fragrances that are also a little bit odd. And then you have this, which is like, it's cologne. So how does cologne smell? Well, this is something in the style of, like a Mugler cologne, or, well, go figure. Or Neroli Portofino, things like that. So of course it has citrus, it has neroli, very clean, a bit soapy. Some people are gonna be let down from this just because it is pretty straightforward. It's clean, it's soapy, it's fresh, and it's a little green. But if you're looking for a high-class fragrance, nice, sophisticated, the type of scent that you could wear literally anywhere, because at the end of the day, you're smelling like a very classic scent profile here. Like I said, Neroli Portofino, Mugler Cologne, 4711, stuff like that. This is right in that style. And it's cheap. For a niche fragrance, this is not expensive at retail. You can typically find it at discounters for a really good price. This one will get hated on sometimes because of the simplicity, because it's from this house and they expect more, but at the end of the day, fragrances like Neroli Portofino in that overarching style, again 4711-ish, are necessary. They're classy, they're clean, they're classic, and this is a good one. I don't care what you say. After that, let's have a dream, a yellow dream. It's so stupid. Valentino Uomo, born in Roma. I see that city, Rome, illuminated by the bright lights. A golden hue washes over the ancient architecture. I'm having a yellow dream. I pissed myself. Oh, that's the yellow dream. Yes, Yellow Dream, born in Roma. This is a fragrance that when it first came out, I was not super psyched about because it's kind of in the style of Stronger With You from Emporio Armani. Did I just say Womporio Armani? Womporio Armani. But it's not just that. And as time went on and I gave it a little more wear and also got some compliments from people, my opinion changed a little bit. Yes, it is still a Stronger With You type of scent, but it has more freshness than Stronger With You off the top. It also has a nice gingery spiciness, which is evident because when you look at the note breakdown, gingerbread is one of the notes. So you get a nice mix of fresh with pineapple off the top, mixing with that spiciness, that warmth as it dries down, and that Stronger With You overarching style, and it makes this a big compliment puller that you can use pretty much year round. Definitely gonna lean a little bit more youthful than mature, but at the end of the day, wear whatever you want. Look man, if you are 78 years old and you love Yellow Dream, you wear Yellow Dream, brother. Let's go next to a Ralph Lauren Polo Blue Parfum. Now this follows an age-old trope. This is a parfum fragrance, a parfum flanker that has performance that is not massive. That is pretty common in actuality. A lot of times, not always, but a lot of times when you have a fragrance that goes up in concentration, the projection actually will kind of mellow out a little bit. Case in point, Dior Sauvage Eau de Toilette versus Dior Sauvage Parfum. The Eau de Toilette is much louder in terms of projection. The Parfum sits a bit closer to your skin. Kind of the same thing going on here with the Parfum sitting a little bit closer. If you want to remedy that though, you can just spray like crazy. That'll work. So this is gonna be more of an aromatic blue fragrance. It has oak in there as it dries down, which gives it a tiny hint of smokiness, smoky woodiness. Also has lavender, clary sage, pink pepper, and a bit of mandarin orange off the top. Again, really wearable, super versatile. It does lean a little bit more classy. So this would be a good choice if you were looking to have a little bit more of a sophisticated edge to your Polo Blue experience. If you wanted to go a little bit on the fruitier side, a little bit less elegant, there are a lot of other options in the Polo Blue line that you could check out. Polo Deep Blue, probably the first one that would come to my mind, but still, Polo Blue Parfum, really nice choice for a year-round scent, especially if you're looking for a blue fragrance. A little bit of that classy edge. Let's go Dior Homme Sport. Basically taking that Dior Homme 2020 DNA, that 2020 style, and making it 2021 style, which is making it a little bit fresher, pretty much. So take Dior Homme 2020, freshen it up a bit, take a little edge off of that woodiness and that fresh spice that's popping off in Dior Homme 2020. A little more of an appealing opening to more people with this one, and there you go. Something that you can use all year long. Why did my atomizer feel like crap? I did a few too many sprays, but it still smells great. That's good. As I always say with Dior Homme Sport, do not think of that as just a sport fragrance. This is an anytime fragrance, anytime that you want. You can wear that to the office, you could wear that on a date, you could wear that casually, you can wear that in a plane, you can wear that in a train. Start being Dr. Seuss, Dr. Sense. Ugh. But Dior Homme Sport stuff is amazing. You can wear this whenever you want. I love this. Let's go with another niche one, Absolu Aventus, Creed. Creed's pricey, in case you didn't know. It's a little bit expensive. Oh, there goes $5. This one has grapefruit, bergamot, pink pepper, black currant, and ginger, along with a number of woody notes and a bunch of other supporting notes as well. And really, it does smell amazing. It absolutely does. This is a great year-round fragrance, top-notch stuff. A well-done flanker. It keeps the DNA, the essence of Aventus there, but then does some tweaks, some changes. Really appealing citrusy opening, very lively, sparkling with that ginger in there. Gets a little bit warmer as it dries down. That woodiness lingers the entire time. And at the end of the day, I know it's not normal Aventus, but Absolu Aventus is still Aventus. And by that I mean you can wear this absolutely anywhere and it'll work. And there's a reason that Aventus, and now Absolu Aventus, sells so well, because on top of that versatility, people go crazy for them. Let's finish it up with Eros. This is the Eau de Parfum, the EDP, right in the middle of the Parfum and the Eau de Toilette. For a lot of people, this is gonna be their go-to. It has that playful edge from the Eau de Toilette, but still is ever so slightly more mature. Still has that sweetness though. A little bit smoother, slightly less synthetic smelling. Not that that's a knock. I'm not saying that is a knock toward the original Eros. I've worn that a lot. Really good performance, massive compliment puller. Good during the day, the evening, and any season. And truthfully, it doesn't have to be the Eau de Parfum. It could be any of them. It could be Flame, the Eau de Toilette, or the Parfum. I think any of those you can use year round. But where the Eau de Parfum falls in the middle, gives it that kind of sweet spot, you know, where you could just use that in spring or fall and it'll smell perfect. And then during winter or summer, you can adjust a little bit as necessary. So Eros CDP, gonna wrap this one up, and there we go. 10 different fragrances that you can use all year long that are absolutely great at pulling positive attention. Thank you guys for hanging with me. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys later.